Changes are coming for those wanting to make up for lost time in high school. Learn what to expect for those studying for GEDs in 2014.
And despite what nutrition reports say, adding on a couple of pounds this season could work in your favor.
Saw a few snow showers this morning across the area. Cloud cover throughout the rest of the day, but now some clearing. I'll detail what that means for you coming up in my 5-day forecast.
And see what students are doing to keep the campus safe before severe weather season begins.
This is News Channel 12.
This is News Channel 12 live at 6, where commitment makes the difference.
And 14 students who plan to take the GED can expect several changes when it comes time to taking the exams. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Nichols.
And I'm TJ Parker. Kristen Dixon joins us for a preview of what to expect with the GED changes. Kristen?
Jesse and TJ, as 2014 approaches, students and teachers are preparing for the expected change to the GED. Some of the changes: a raise in exam costs, a change in the reading and comprehension section of the exam, along with a change in how the exams are administered. Starting January 1st, 2014, GED testing services will start to introduce a new version of the exam nationwide. The new exam is set to align with the new Common Core curricula, adopted by most states in order to increase college and career readiness.
The cognitive skills and they will be more complex because they found out that students graduating from high school what their knowledge base did not help them to succeed. Many were in classes in college and developmental, and so those who with the GED also. So that's why the studies have shown, and they plan to change the new GED to align with what they have putting in place in the high schools.
According to Mary Ford, the GED will not only be closer to the curriculum in schools, but it will also take on a different form for how the exam is taken currently.
The new test will be all on computer and not paper pencil as it is now.
Students who are currently taking the GED are urged to complete it before the 2014 deadline in order to avoid having to start from scratch. Currently, the GED practice exams are free, but the price will go up to $10 and the real exam will go up to $120. For more information on the changes to the GED or to schedule a consultation, contact the Adult Education Center of South Central Kentucky Community and Technical College. And congratulations to Mary Ford, who is nominated as the Hometown Hero. Live in the studio, Kristen Dixon, News Channel 12.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Hundreds of Kentucky community college students are signing up for the state's first online transfer fair. It's called Transfer Madness. It's going on until 10 tonight, and it's a chance for students to find out how their credits will transfer from the Kentucky Community and Technical College to the state's 26 four-year institutions. Students can chat with advisors, download materials, and search for scholarships. Two campus governing bodies now officially oppose a new $150 study abroad application fee. The past resolution opposed the fee put into place on January 30th. The University Senate voted to postpone the fee's implementation until the summer of 2014. WKU Chief International Officer Craig Cobain says the fee is necessary to fund internationalization of faculty and to purchase software to help students select study abroad programs.
Student body representatives actually care and that they officially oppose this, so it's a first step in the progress of fighting this issue.
The SJA feels last night's resolution is a good step to show student opposition to the fee.
And the House committee has pushed through a redistricting bill. The new plan makes Butler, Edmondson, and part of Warren County a district. The proposed plan would also create an entirely new district in Warren County. It still isn't clear what the lawmakers will do, but the bill is now in the full House for consideration. A proposal that could open the door for hemp farming in Kentucky has cleared the House Agriculture and Small Business Committee. The proposal is intended to put Kentucky in position to offer licenses to hemp growers. State police have raised concerns about hemp fields, saying they could be used to hide marijuana.
A southern Kentucky woman pled guilty in connection with 19 children left alone alone in a house for several days last summer. Jackie Farah of Bowling Green was charged with 14 counts of first-degree criminal abuse and 5 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. Farah entered a guilty plea Monday to 4 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment, and as part of the deal, the other charges were dismissed. The children, who were between the ages of 7 months and 16 years old last summer, remain in state custody. A professional theater in South Central Kentucky is closing because of the lack of financial funding. The Kentucky Repertory Theater in Horse Cave will not be open for this upcoming season. Board President Lynn Taylor Long says officials sought funding from the community and through grants, but wasn't able to raise enough money to keep the theater open.
As the country takes a turn into more health-conscious lifestyles, research shows that additional fat could be beneficial. Weight. The numbers may go up, but the pounds never seem to go down. But as researchers take a bite into the fluctuating topic, many found that thin may be in, but fat could be better.
You can't have no fat.
Registered dietitian Sharon Barron believes that the true determining factor on whether you have a healthy or harmful fat is a matter of who you choose.
We have people who are overweight and have too much body fat that are healthy, and we have some that are unhealthy.
It all depends on one's body mass index. Your BMI can be calculated by taking your weight in pounds and dividing it twice by your height, then multiplying it by 7.03. Any number between 20 and 25 is considered to be healthy. Or so they say. Meet Cassandra, an 18-year-old freshman who has dealt with being overweight her whole life.
I was teased a lot, but we were brought up to have tough skin.
Despite pressing concerns from doctors, Cassandra never was considered to be overweight.
There's nothing really wrong with me. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have any signs of diabetes. I'm really healthy for my weight.
After failed dieting attempts, she now embraces her curves.
Mom always told me you don't need to focus on size. It's all about the person and the personality.
And she's taking that personality to the throne as she competes in a pageant designed for curvier girls. Though the pounds may linger, the weight on the scale is nothing more than a measure of her love for herself.
As long as you like yourself, that's all that matters.
To the American Medical Association, people who are overweight tend to have a 6% higher life expectancy than those who are of normal weight.
I don't know about you, but I am tired of this cold. It's March. It's supposed to be warm. Marcus Bagwell now joins us with a first look at our forecast. Marcus, can we see that warm weather soon?
Well, TJ, we actually will stand a chance of seeing some warmer weather move in, but we've got to get through today and tomorrow, and then by Friday we'll see some of that warmer air begin to creep back in. You can see the cloud cover that we had earlier and throughout much of the day here in South Central Kentucky. That's beginning to move eastward, and so we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies still linger around tonight with a mostly sunny day in store for tomorrow. You can see our temperature graph here. Our temperatures remained into the low to maybe the mid-30s, 34 at 6 a.m. and at 5 p.m. we saw a temperature of about 35 degrees. Current temperatures right now are sitting at 34 in Bowling Green, 35 in Paducah, 33 in Owensboro. Now you factor in the wind chill out there, it feels like 28 already in Bowling Green at this time. It's going to be cloudy tonight, and it's also going to be cold. At 8 o'clock, we'll see a temperature of 33. 10 o'clock, also 33. Midnight, dropping down to 30 degrees. But that warm-up is in store, and it's going to be looking good. And I'll also have a look at your spring break forecast coming up in just a moment. Jessica?
Thanks, Marcus. After being MIA for more than 3 decades, a Soviet soldier has been found.
And WKU's campus is becoming better prepared for severe weather. A former Red Army soldier who went missing during the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan has been located. After being MIA for almost 33 years, he was found alive, rescued by Afghan tribesmen. Sheikh Abdullah, formerly known as Bakhreddin Kakamov, is now working as a traditional healer in Afghanistan. The Warriors Internationalist Affairs Committee led the search for the soldier. The president of Venezuela has died, the state declared this week a week of mourning. Hugo Chavez died yesterday after battling an unspecified cancer. Vice President Nicolas Maduro is in charge for 30 days until the presidential election begins. The United States' relationship with the country has been rocky in the past. Senior American officials don't expect things to change dramatically because Chavez's system still exists. The U.S. is still open to the possibility of opening diplomatic relations with the country. A week after the Pope resigns, there is still no replacement. The cardinals of the Catholic Church say they want to keep the same pace with finding a new Pope. 2/3 of the electors come from faraway countries, and they need time to get to know more about the prospective pontiffs. The timing of the conclave is still not set.
The Senate Republicans blocked the final vote for President Obama's nominee to federal appeals court. It is the second time they have stopped Caitlin Halligan's nomination. Republicans say Halligan is too liberal and would push her own positions. On the other side, Democrats say she is well qualified for the spot, and President Obama agrees. A gun control rally was held today in Arizona. Former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords and her husband spoke at the rally. Gifford and her husband recently started a gun control advocacy group. This group does not focus on getting rid of guns, but to have more sensible laws.
But this discussion is really not about the Second Amendment. It's about public safety and keeping guns out of the hands of the dangerously mentally ill and criminals.
The group will be sending letters to Senators John McCain and Jeff Flake asking them for a universal background check.
Marcus says warmer temperatures are on the way, just in time for us to spring forward. He'll have your 5-day forecast next.
And later in sports, find out which WKU coach was named Coach of the Year.
Marcus is here with weather. And Marcus, I keep hearing you say there's going to be warmer weather, but I'm going to have to believe it when I see it.
Okay, well, you're going to have to wait till my 5-day forecast, and I'll have to show it to you. We're experiencing cold weather right now, and that's going to be sticking around for the next couple of days. Here's a look at current conditions right now across the region. We're sitting at 35 in Nashville right now. 34 is the current temperature in Louisville, while it's 41 in Atlanta, 48 in Columbia right now. So across our area, we have cooler weather, building in. That's going to be lasting for at least a day or so before we do see that warmer weather. Here's a live look right now at the WKU Alumni Center. It's looking good out there. It's also getting close to time for daylight savings, where we will spring forward 1 hour. Current conditions right now, we're sitting at 34 degrees. It feels like 28 out there with that wind chill. The winds are variable right now, and the pressure is 30.32 inches and rising. Our high today was 37. Our low this morning was 32, so not a lot of a temperature change over our area, and that's due to the cloud cover that we experienced across our area. We're running just about 10 or 20 degrees below normal for this time of year. We picked up a trace of precipitation that was in the early morning hours, and we picked up 3/4 of an inch of rainfall for the month of March. Here's a look at satellite radar. You can see that band of clouds that we've had associated with that upper level low that is now affecting the northeast, which I'll show you in just a moment. But we are beginning to see clearing move into the area. So I'm going to go with a mostly cloudy to a partly cloudy sky over our area tonight. Now here's a look at the wider view from the U.S. satellite radar as a whole. You can see that upper level low and that disturbance there moving into the northeast part of the United States, dumping lots of snow, in essence of seeing up to an inch or maybe even 2 inches for the northeast. And so that area has been experiencing some snow all winter long, and they're getting one more. But for our area, we're going to begin to see a ridge of high pressure begin to move back in, and that's going to warm things up just in time for spring break. Now, if you're traveling to different places for spring break, how about let's look at Miami, Florida. We're going to see temperatures between 75 and 81, sunny skies and warm. It's going to be feeling good down in Miami. How about Panama City? You're going to see a chance of rain early in the week, but temperatures are going to be ranging between 66 and 72 degrees. And how about Hot Springs, Arkansas? That's right, where our Hilltoppers and Lady Toppers will be playing this weekend. Rain chances early on Monday with mild conditions through the rest of the week, to highs between 65 and 73 degrees. Your forecast for tonight here in Bowling Green, 27 degrees under mostly cloudy skies and cold. Tomorrow, we'll warm up to 47 degrees, mostly sunny. It will feel pleasant out there with the winds out of the north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now here's a look at the next 5 days. Well, excuse me, I actually can't show you the next 5 days now because I actually clicked ahead of my clicker. So we're going to see a temperature warm up, even temperatures approaching near 60, maybe even near 70 degrees by the time the weekend gets here. And then on Monday, we'll stand a chance of seeing a 60% rain chance. So I'll be back at the end of the show to detail that 5-day forecast and explain a little bit more about those temperatures. So TJ, don't worry, it's going to be warming up here very soon.
Here, thanks, Marcus. Governor Beshear has proclaimed March 2013 Severe Weather Awareness Month in the state of Kentucky. With the potential of severe storms rising with tornado season around the corner, it is important for campus to make sure student and faculty are safe. Rebecca Ollier explains the process of becoming a storm-ready campus.
Being safe on a college campus is important to Western Kentucky University, even when it comes to severe weather. WKU's Environmental Planning and Safety Department is working with students to make sure that campus is storm ready.
The storm toppers actually did the work in pulling together the basic information, sitting down with the various entities such as my department and Environmental Health and Safety, with the WKU Police Department, Public Affairs, and the other areas that were impacted, and actually completed the information we needed, for that application.
Storm Ready is a validation process that has steps a school or a community needs to pass to become ready for storms.
You need to have multiple methods for receiving warnings.
This is where the storm toppers come into play.
So as a university with a meteorology program, we wanted that to be something that Western could have associated with their name.
The next step is most important to keep the campus safe.
You have to have multiple methods for notifying your folks on campus, in our case students, faculty, staff, of severe weather.
WKU sends out emergency text messages to students alerting them of any severe weather or any emergencies on campus. Text messages come straight to your phone, giving you step-by-step instructions on what to do if severe weather were to occur on campus. Storm Ready ensures that students and faculty are safe. It is one thing WKU is looking for when partnering with the storm toppers.
Their advanced predicting capabilities for potential weather. Instead of waiting, for a notice of severe weather or watching the news on the morning of a potential severe weather day, we're going to be monitoring 2 and 3 days ahead.
Periodic tests of the text messaging system are conducted to make sure they work properly. For News Channel 12, I'm Rebecca Ollier.
A ceremony will be held in 2 weeks, marking the school as a storm-ready campus.
And now Ryan Huey joins us with a preview of sports. Ryan?
Thanks. This weekend, find out where the toppers will be and where they stand in tournament play coming up. The Hilltopper baseball team traveled to Carbondale, Illinois for a 2-game series against the Salukis of SIU. Junior pitcher Andrew Edwards started for the Tops on Sunday, striking out 4 and giving up 4 runs in his 5 innings. The Top would lose the first game 6-1. Senior pitcher Tim Beto started the second game for WKU, giving up 7 hits and 2 runs, but striking out 5. Junior right fielder Regan Flaherty led the Tops in hitting, going 2 for 5, knocking in 2 runs as WKU won their first road game 6-4. The Tops are currently playing Austin, PA. Women's head basketball coach Michelle Carr-Curd was named Sun Belt Conference Coach of the Year in her first season with WKU. Sophomore forward Chastity Gooch was named Sun Belt Conference Defensive Player of the Year. The Lady Tops finished the season with a loss to Mid-Tennessee State on Saturday. Gooch and sophomore guard Alexis Govan led the team in scoring, making more than half the Tops' points. WKU finished the regular season with a 20-9 record. The Lady Tops will face the winner of North Texas and Louisiana Lafayette on Saturday in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. The men's basketball team wrapped up their season hosting the in-conference rival Mid-Tennessee State last Saturday. The Tops played arguably one of their best games of the year, with 3 players in double figures and 9 players with at least 1 assist. Sophomore forward George Fant led the Tops with 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. In his last game in Diddle Arena, senior guard Jamal Crook added 10 points and 3 assists. The Tops did fall short of the Blue Raiders with a final score of 70-62. Crook says that having momentum will help them going into the Sun Belt Conference tournament.
3 out of the last 4, and the key was to go in with momentum. And we fought hard tonight, and we showed capability that we can be the best team. So it's good to have momentum going down in the tournament, and we won the last 3 out of 4. So we can definitely go down there and make some noise.
The Tops will face Louisiana Monroe Friday at 6 p.m.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll have a final look at your forecast after the break. When declaring a major here on the Hill, hip-hop is not likely to be found. Skylar Brents, on the other hand, found it. Jimmy Welch takes us on Brents' journey to hip-hop.
Music. To some, it is a form of entertainment, but to Indianapolis native Skylar Brents, it is a way of life.
And then I bought myself a beat-making program, Fruity Loops, which I still use today, Fruity Loops 7. I dropped $120, saved up all my allowance, grass cutting money, everything. We dropped $120 on it, and then from there, it was on.
Brent has performed locally at Bowling Green's Three Brothers as well as Twisted Taps. He's also had gigs at the University of Indiana. Brent says he gets his passion for music from his father.
Ever since I was little, my dad played a big part in my life as far as music. He would always play, old school music as far as, anything from the 60s, 70s, he was on it. Like we still got we still got vinyls in the house. Like, that's how much we love music.
Although he has been writing music since the age of 9, he has been actively pursuing his rapping career since November 2012. Brent makes and produces his own music with hopes of being an independent artist in the industry one day. His ultimate goal is to show others what he is capable of.
It would be lovely if it was like at home, my own city, everybody that I knew, everybody that doubted me is there on the band, like, yeah, that's my boy, I knew him from. If they was there, that'd be cool. If I'm thinking, like, I don't even know what the mass capacity is, but sold out, lights, fireworks, like any and everything that you can think of as like a good performance. Like, that's what I want it to be like.
For News Channel 12, I'm Jimmy Welch.
Brent can be found on Twitter under his stage name, Steph Marvin.
Marcus Bagwell joins us with a final look at our forecast. And I told you earlier, I'll believe it when I see it. Where's that 5-day forecast?
Okay, well, I got to get through tonight first. Let's talk about tonight. We'll have mostly cloudy skies tonight. Temperatures are going to drop down to about 27. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies with a temperature of 47. Tomorrow's night's low dropping to 25. Here is the 5-day forecast, TJ. On Friday, we'll see a temperature of 52, 58 Saturday, and to begin next week, 66, and then 69 on Monday with a 60% chance of rainfall moving into the area. So we got our warmer weather.
I'll take that. Rain over snow any day.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I'll take it too.
It's gonna be good. So for all those people who are going out on spring break next week, make sure you drive safely. Make sure you check out your local weather before you head down there. It's going to be good weather across the eastern half of the United States with the ridge of high pressure beginning to build back in for next week.
Good news. All right, thanks, Marcus. And don't forget to change your clocks and spring forward on Saturday night into Sunday morning. And that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for making News Channel 12 your source for news.
Have a great night.